Welcome back everybody, it's Matt Rogers. It's now 10:30 AM in the morning on the 16th of 5th 2017, and today here in the UK it's quite mild, but it's still chemtrailed. Early in the morning at 5 AM they started chemtrailing across the horizons, covering that sun as well, with the natural clouds being too low to the ground. I mean, everything is starting to become so... It's showing up now, isn't it? The military are showing themselves up by seeing our skies every single day. So I'm going to try and show you now different images from different webcams around the world to see what we can find up there in the skies. So please have a great day and respect to you all and see what we can find. This is a USA Mayhill, New Mexico cam. And it's the 16th of the 5th 2017 showing here on the screen, and that's today. And you can see the darkness of the sky, but you can see the moon that's lighting up on the left hand side there, very very bright. And we've been discussing about the moon as well being far too bright. There is something going on up there around with the moon. There is a huge object that's brightening up all the inner planets. The sun is in a huge state right now, and we've just got to keep an eye on everything, because this is the only way we can do it, because all the news media channels are not saying anything whatsoever. Now, I did speak to a member of the news media of the BBC on the phone. I got a phone call back about 4:30 in the afternoon, but nothing. They just turned around and said there's nothing to say, they don't understand. I mean, it's so obvious what they're doing up there in the skies. They still say they don't understand about chemtrailing. Just normal clouds. I mean, it's just absolute hideous, isn't it? How they turn a blind eye on the truth of what's going on in the skies. But more and more people are starting to notice this now, aren't they? All the time we're seeing some strangeness of the skies every single day. This other sky cam as well is in Australia. Siding Spring Observatory cam. And I'd like to keep an eye on this as well. This cam, it's very important because we're seeing objects as well up in the skies, and it's a very clear shot. You can see these are planets. Here, here, and here. The Oort cloud. I mean, you can... This is a good one to track as well. Every single time you want to check the skies as well, it's very important to do this, because we are seeing objects flying past up there in space that are not satellites or any other craft that we know of on the land and the world. There's beings up there that fly by, up there in the stars, that glow and then disappear into space. There's more witnesses that are seeing this all the time. There's a friend of mine that resides in Leeds, a subscriber, that sees this as well, that's seeing all sorts of things. Really kind man. So I'm going to go to another image now and show you that something else. This is another image that was taken not so long ago of another object that skimmed across the night sky, the northern hemisphere, northeast. You can see the heat source on it, can't you, that's around on the object here. Flying across the sky. Now, not sure what it is, but it looked very spectacular. And it needs to come out, doesn't it? That there is things up there that are whizzing past. There's lots of fireballs that are coming past our inner solar system now. There's lots of trash that's being thrown about out there in our solar system. Space debris. I mean, we're only getting reports of space debris last year, but now they don't report it much anymore, do they? Because there's more trash up there. The International Space Station, I believe, again, I said before, I don't believe it's manned. I truly believe that the space station is being controlled by other satellites or technology right now. It's too dangerous out there now. Far too dangerous, and this is why they chemtrail, to stop us from seeing these huge celestial objects, these rocks, these meteorites, these asteroids. It's all happening in our skies. Again, they just give us small bits of information, throw it to the newspapers and the media, just telling us there's one or two pieces of rock that fly by past our Earth, not to worry. I believe there'd be like 7 or 8 pieces of rock that's flying by, much more bigger pieces. You've got to understand that the media are just hoaxers all the time. And we have just got to keep tracking the truth, going to the NOAA charts and other space information, because the space weather has got erratic. A lot more is going on up there in our skies now than ever before. And I did a video last night about tsunamis, and it was just trying to get the word across that what could happen. Now, again, we need to hugely prepare for this event, as many other members of the public around the world are still believing the media channels. They're still believing the climate change hoax. And we just got to give them the right for the truth to come out. That we've got these objects that are up there in space that are on that huge ecliptic orbit. And they're on track straight towards past Mother Earth. They've been here before. There's so much evidence. In the past, the moon has been pelted. You could see all the craters all over it. That something smashed through thousands of years ago. The Earth was in a huge pole shift. Everything, the evidence is around us. I'm going to go to another image now, but it's really got to get the word out there to the people now. This is an up-to-date cam as well. This is locally, well, this is in UK, and it's in a small village called Bourne in Cambridgeshire, and you can see those chemtrails as well, and you can see that the sun is burning twice as much, burning through those chems. It's spraying the whole of the UK as well. Australia, Far East, everywhere is being sprayed, pelted with this aluminium. Right behind our backs, right under our noses, we are seeing this. You've got to really understand that humanity is in danger with these toxins right now. It's, as I said before, they're just covering up the skies to stop the Earth from burning away. As we are seeing all this now, every single one of us are seeing what's going on now. But again, the news media and the government will just treat us with a huge lie that everything's okay. So yeah, I'll keep tracking this cam in Cambridgeshire, and I respect everybody in Cambridgeshire, and I hope everybody's okay over there. So let's try another cam now. This is called the Meadowview Observatory cam as well. And again, this is in the USA, but can you see this? This halo. Very strange, isn't it? There's the moon, you've got this halo. This is on the horizon here. And we do see objects up there as well on this cam, so I'll be keeping a close eye on this as well. I've got this cam now on 24 hours, so if I catch anything on it, I will produce this on video for you. It's a very clear sky on there tonight as well, isn't it? We can see a few planets and stars. So yeah, again, I will keep an eye on this for you. Because sometimes when I've looked at this this cam, I've seen asteroids. I see bright lights in the sky. At night, we see objects. So I urge others as well to keep viewing this cam as well. This is called a Lick Observatory All-Sky camera. Again in the USA, but you can see, can't you, this this sun and the moon. You can see this object on the left-hand side. It just does look like a sun, doesn't it? I mean, I get confused with it. It's so bright. It's much brighter than last year. We never saw it as bright as this last year. The sun is in deep trouble, and it's brighter than absolutely all the other celestial bodies. In the daytime, when Earth is being brightened up as well, it would look the same. The whole system is being brightened up now, and people need to know this. They need to wake up to this. As we're talking now, you can see that brighten up even more. It's got to a point now that these coronal holes are causing so much danger out there now in space. It really is. So again, I will keep an eye on this monitor as well to track what we can find, because I believe that we're heading closer to the truth of this now. Here's another up-to-date image of Mexico as well. This is Mexico, this over there in the southern hemisphere in the evening to the night. You can see those chemtrails, can't you? Here, and the moon is becoming to have a halo around it. I mean, look how bright it is. I mean, all this trash and everything as well. You can see those chemtrails at night time. Why are they chemtrailing the moon? Because the moon, as I said before, is just a huge chunk of rock, not a sun. So why is this happening? Really got to ask yourself this question, and news media will not disclose it. They will not say anything. This is an image that was taken before that second image, but I mean, you can see this, can't you? The chemtrails coming out straight away with that celestial body, the moon. It's too bright. Too bright. But there again, what I said earlier on another video, I mean, is it the moon? I mean, it's much bigger, isn't it, than the other images of the moon that I've showed you on the Mexico cams before. Very strange, isn't it? I'm going to go to another image now for you. I mean, only just last week, when I was out looking up at the night sky, I could see a lot of activity up there in the stars. And you will see this as well if you go out at night time. And if you go down here to the Orion's belt, this area, you will see objects moving away in the night sky. These white glowing orbs that disappear into space. All the time we're seeing this. I mean, you've just got to really be persistent and to understand that we are seeing a lot of activity up there in the night skies. We really are, because this is one of the areas to keep an eye on. It really is, and I'll be doing this continuously. Keep looking at the Orion's belt area. It's so important to do this. I mean, also you've got Magnus as well. This area here to keep an eye on. There's other objects that are coming from this area as well in space. So I'll just keep continuously doing this until I find out what's going on, because we are seeing these objects every night on a clear night. Please look up. It's worth to do this. It really is, to see them glowing orbs up there. Here's another image of the Orion's belt, and this is where those starships are up there, the interstellar objects that I've noticed up there in the stars as well. Really need to keep an eye on this part of the area as well of the night sky, because last year the Orion's belt was tipping as the Earth was tilting far too much last year. It's going to happen again this year as well. So it's just important to track the stars, because you will see the differences of them as well, being the wrong way around them. It's because the Earth is being erratic right now. So again, keep an eye on the star systems, because you'll see objects moving about up there as well. Here is another detailed image of the Orion's belt using a stellar cam 118, the Orion's core. And it's again important to get close shots to see how fascinating. I mean, it's spectacular, isn't it, to look closely at what's going on up there. Another image of the Orion's belt using the 8-inch SCT 6 by 3 stellar cam. This is another very interesting image, isn't it? It's been dimmed down slightly and enhanced so you can see the area around the Orion's belt. Now here in the northern hemisphere we won't be able to pick up so much, but when it's a very clear night you will be able to start picking these objects up, and this huge cloud around the Orion's belt as well. It's all part, and it's all up there. This is it as well in a negative enhanced shot as well. Just thought I'd show you with this as well, because you can see that cloud around the Orion's belt. Here is a small motion picture as well. It's lighting up, you can see that, can't you? It's an excellent shot. Small animation, but just want to... The reason why I'm doing this and showing the Orion's belt, just to show you how important it is, because we're just seeing them as stars with the naked eye, but when it's enhanced and using specialized telescopes, you get to see a lot more up there as well. You can see more clearly up there, because there's a lot of trash being thrown up above our atmosphere now with these chemtrails and chemplanes spraying and fogging up our sky, so we can't see anything. But using advanced technology of telescoping and what have you, you will catch a lot of things up there in the night sky. This other image as well is using an M42 and it's called a nebula. Using that stellar cam again. Just outstanding, spectacular pictures where the Orion's belt is. This is two images in low resolution, high resolution. You can see that, can't you? The two different images showing the differences. I mean, the quality as well. So important, isn't it, to catch more information? Because that's what we want. We want more information and more sightings of these fantastic stars that are above our atmosphere that we're not able to see down here on the Earth as we're being chemtrailed. It's just hideous what they're doing. This is another high definition image. Okay, now what they've done here, they've used a Caisson refractor. Now this is a 6.3 foot. I mean, it's a huge telescope, and it's been clearly enhanced. You can see this fantastic image. So I'm going to show you some webcams now of what they're doing to our skies and spraying those chemtrails so we can't see anything. I mean, we want to see this, don't we? We want to see these stars. We want to see everything that's going on up there. As that brown, huge dwarf star is heading towards Earth. We want to see these images. But they still keep spraying our sun. They keep spraying everything up there in the sky. So we're blind to the whole situation. I mean, look at this. This is an Italian cam, and it's called the Snow Park cam. I mean, look in the sky there. You can just blatantly see where they've been spraying the skies. And that yellowness of the sun, that lemon colour on the land, it's not the same, isn't it? As the sun is just burning twice as bright, but dark on the land. I mean, the trees are very unhealthy, and we're not able to see the Orion's belt, are we, properly? Or any of the other star systems. It's just a haze up there. We just catch some stars, but we're not able to catch it as well as we did before. Just being smothered in the sky by these chems all the time. It's just very rare that we get to see a clear night now. So I'm going to show you on another cam. Here's another one. Here's a Skyline Barcelona cam. We've seen this cam before. I use this cam a lot. But you can see that chemtrail blatantly across the sky and that haze and all that fogginess up there as well. Look at the people on the beach trying to enjoy a good day, but we're just being blasted all the time. But again, they're doing this to cool our atmosphere because the sun is burning far too much now, and also to stop us from seeing things like the Orion's belt more clearly, because there are huge objects coming from them parts of the night space. I mean, the universe is a very large place, and there's all sorts of trash and also rogue planets. Everything is roaming around out there in the space as we're on this celestial body, the Earth. So it's just a matter of time, isn't it, until something serious happens. I really mean this. So again, they've got to stop. It needs to be terminated. They need to stop doing this now. This wasn't being done in the 80s and early 90s and 2000s. We know now why you're chemtrailing. We know now that you're trying to hide those celestial objects out there in space. And you're trying to cover and hide other objects that are up there, as again near the Orion's belt and other parts of the universe as well, the star systems, to stop humanity from waking up to the biggest secrets on Earth. So I urge the government, the powers to be, to please pack it in and give it up now, so we can breathe fresh air. For all of the subscribers and viewers and billions of other people around the world that are woken to this and wondering what's going on, and still you say nothing on the media channels. So respect to all of you and take care from Matt Rogers. Because this is the only way we can do it. Because all the news media channels are not saying anything whatsoever. Now, I did speak to a member of the news media of the BBC on the phone. I got a phone call back about 4:30 in the afternoon, but nothing. They just turned around and said there's nothing to say, they don't understand. I mean, it's so obvious what they're doing up there in the skies. They still say they don't understand about chemtrailing. Just normal clouds. I mean, it's just absolute hideous, isn't it? How they turn a blind eye on the truth of what's going on in the skies. But more and more people are starting to notice this now, aren't they? All the time we're seeing some strangeness of the skies every single day. This other sky cam as well is in Australia. Siding Spring Observatory. Try and show you now different images from different webcams around the world to see what we can find up there in the skies. So please have a great day and respect to you all and see what we can find. This is a USA May Hill, New Mexico cam. And it's the 16th of the 5th, 2017 showing here on the screen. And that's today. And you can see the darkness of the sky, but you can see the moon that's lighting up on the left-hand side there. Very, very bright. And we've been discussing about the moon as well being far too bright. There is something going on up there around with the moon. There is a huge object that's brightening up all the inner planets. The sun is in a huge state right now. And we've just got to keep an eye on everything. Welcome back everybody, it's Matt Rogers. It's now 10:30 AM in the morning on the 16th of 5th, 2017. And today here in the UK, it's quite mild, but it's still chemtrailed. Early in the morning at 5 AM they started chemtrailing across the horizons, covering that sun as well, with the natural clouds being too low to the ground. I mean, everything is starting to become so... It's showing up now, isn't it? The military are showing themselves up by seeing our skies every single day. So I'm going to try cam. And I'd like to keep an eye on this as well. This cam, it's very important because we're seeing objects as well up in the skies, and it's a very clear shot. You can see these are planets. Here, here, and here. The Oort cloud. I mean, you can... This is a good one to track as well. Every single time you want to check the skies as well, it's very important to do this. Because we are seeing objects flying past up there in space that are not satellites or any other craft that we know of on the land and the world. There's beings up there that fly by, up there in the stars, that glow and then disappear into space. There's more witnesses that are seeing this all the time. There's a friend of mine that lives